What's up guys, Card Protagonist here. Today I've been doing all new deck profile on my Scarlet Witch Coco deck for the new Winter FC2015 support. So basically Scarlet Witch Coco has gotten new strike and a grade 3. This actually boosts the deck a lot since you'll be drawing a huge amount of cards and dealing high amount of pressure damage as well. Because she actually gives the witches the pushes they need. She's a very offensive card. She makes sure opponent discards either 2 or take 1 damage, which is really equally amazing. So yeah, this is Scarlet Witch Coco, as you guys know, as one of my oldest deck. I've not been using her for like 2 years, and I finally use her, and I really love it. If you guys want to watch a video of this deck in action, you can like just click on the annotation here. It'll be like a Cardfight video against some other decks. So yeah, so that will actually explain more on how the deck works. If you guys want more detailed explanation, click on over there. So I'm going to be explaining what the card does and how do you combo with the deck. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. First we play 4 Scarlet Witch Coco. She's a very basic card. She goes back all the way back to the very first few sets, which is BT Booster Set 2. Her skill is Vanguard Ridden. Her Vanguard ability is when this unit attacks and you have no cards in the soul, she gains plus 3k power. So she's a 13k attacker if you have no cards in the soul as a Vanguard. So yeah, back then it's good because it hits magic number with 7k booster behind. Next is her auto ability. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle and if you have less than 1 soul, you can counterblast 2 and you can draw 2 cards. This is good because this helps you replenish your hand a lot, especially when you write her early game. Since you'll be using the starter, which is Little Witch Lulu, she helps you empty your soul so that you can pull off a combo easily. So with a combo, you'll be drawing 3 cards instantly when you get to grade 3. So that is really good because it gives you early card advantage so that you can guard early. Just because late game guarding is really difficult, so it's really recommended you guard early. It's a pro play in a way. So yeah, she is great because she is required for the heart of the new Witch Strike, and she generally is a very good card for hand pluses. So yeah, it's an instant plus 3, so great card. Next we play 4 copies of I think is it witch? It's just a witch, Red Rose Witch Cuckoo. Yeah, they have all the weird names. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle and if you have Vanguard with Witch in the name, so if you write this as a Vanguard, it is considered a Witch as well. So if this card is written as a Vanguard or placed at the Vanguard circle, you can counterblast 1. And if your cards in the soul is 1 or less, which is actually the same as Coco's skill, you can counterblast 1 and draw 2 cards and then choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. So she is good because even if you don't write into your Coco, she's a great backup because at the cost of 1 counterblast, you draw 2 cards but discard 1. So in a way, you just imagine this. Instead of drawing, since you'll be having her in the soul, she'll empty your soul for you at grade 3, right? Instead of drawing 3 cards, you'll be drawing 2 cards at the cost of 1 counterblast. It's okay because our counterblast will be used for other important units such as Ikazuchi. Ikazuchi helps you gain huge pluses at one go, so you can instantly draw 2 cards. So even if you write either target is great, she has an advantage because she is an 11k base Vanguard, which means your opponent will have to hit harder in order to hit through. And she's only a 10k base, which is pretty sad sometimes. However, that draw power is really good. So yeah, it's great because you can write either one of them. Don't worry guys, this is only English just because I'll explain. Yeah. So yeah, 4 copies of Cuckoo, because her name's fun as hell. Alright, so next is the grade 2s. The grade 2s we play 4. The MVP of the deck. For this deck, the boss monster for me is Tom. He is so boss, he wins games most of the time. Basically, when you put a Gemini behind him, most of the time he takes off 2 cards off your opponent's hand, and most of the time he always forces a perfect card of your opponent's hand. Because if you were to score triggers and you have to guard with 3 or more cards, it's much better to perfect guard in a way. And yeah, since your opponent will be guarding grade 0s for your Vanguard attacks, it's great because it forces your opponent to guard, non-perfect guard your Vanguard attack and use grade 0s to guard your Vanguard attacks and perfect guard your Tom, which is crazy advantage. He is very strong. The reason why he is super good right now is because of this card. Her ability forces your opponent to drop cards from the hand, especially at 5 damage, otherwise they will die. So your opponent is low at hand size, you drop even more cards off the hand, there high chance they'll just no guard because they're not even able to guard because you take off so much hand cards off their hands. This is why this deck is really good now, because combined with Tom, these two is a death duo in a way. If your opponent's lower hand size, strike her, use a skill Tom for game, which I did most of the time. Tom's ability is Vanguard or Vanguard Circle. Your opponent can't guard with Grade Zeros, so can't call Grade Zeros to Guardian Circle. So yeah, so no 10k shoes against Tom. Tom's amazing card, so you gotta play 4 copies. Next is 4 copies of this Manager guy. Alright, some people may ask me, why are you using Manager guy? Alright, to be honest, OTT doesn't have, don't really have too many good cards that doesn't require Counter Blast, and we need a lot of Counter Blasts in this deck. However, this spec guy is actually pretty good. His ability is when this unit attack hits, you can look at top 5 cards of the deck and search for one Grade 3. Okay, the Grade 3 is really important because her skill requires you to discard a card, and searching for the Grade 3, which could be used as discard fodder or strike fodder. So yeah, he's great in the deck. I mean, even if he doesn't hit, he's still there because he's good. Okay. Alright, next is 2 copies of this GB guy. His ability is when this unit is boosted, you can Counter Blast 1 and draw 1 card, GB1. So just in case you have the spare Counter Blast, you can use him to draw. However, most of the time I just use it as a backup to draw. Most of the time I'll be using my Counter Blast for my strides to draw more stuff. Alright, now to the Grade 1s we play 4. Emerald Witch Lala. I play Witch Lala because you need witches to discard for the strike skill. Once again, she's the main reason why I play this deck. Her skill is when this card's placed on the Vanguard Circle, if you have 1 or less soul, you have no soul in your Vanguard, you can discard 1 to draw 1 card. Not really impressive. It's just there because it's a decent 7k boost and she's a witch in the name. Yeah. So yeah. Next, 4 copies of G Perfect Guards. The reason why we use G Perfect Guards is because this deck is a lot of Counter Blast, as explained previously. However, this is pretty sad because you won't be able to perfect guard your Toms, which your opponent will most likely gonna kill. However, it's not a problem because this deck has so much draw power that you'll be flooded with Toms in the hand. Sometimes I just don't even care. Yeah, you take my Tom. Yeah, thanks. My Tom became a 10k shield, and yeah, that's how you gain advantage. Using Tom as decoys. Next is 4 copies of Gemini. This deck runs Tom. Tom is MVP, and you want to have that 16k column with Tom. So Gemini is a really key card in the deck. It's like to me, if you are playing 4 Toms, please play 4 Geminis because that is the combo to win the game. 16k column, sorry. 3 copies of Stride and Enablers because we'll be striding a lot in this deck. So yeah. Alright, let's go on to our triggers. The triggers we play is 12 crits. Alright, some of you guys may actually play the stand trigger just because it's a witch in the name. However, I feel that this deck doesn't really need so much witch card in the deck. I even tried Gaga. If you watch my video over there, Gaga wasn't that good because she's on the field and she does shit. She does nothing. Most of the time I only use her to discard. So I replace Gaga and yeah, it still works well because I still have a lot of witch to discard. So it's okay. To be honest, the witches you only use it when your opponent's at high damage. So you force the opponent to discard. But even so, early game, if your opponent just take the damage, it's also worth it because your opponent could have guarded with that 10k shield, but instead he took that damage like an idiot. So yeah, and when your opponent takes the damage, you won't be able to use a crit. So 12 crits is amazing in this deck. Trust me, 12 crits. Don't play stands. Stands bad in this deck. Please, you play Toms, so play crits. I mean, it's your preference. It's all about player preference. So I'm not gonna judge whether you play stand or not. But I play crits because I'm a crit guy. All right, 4 heals. Because heal triggers are OP. Her skill is when she boosts, she gains plus 3k, 6k boost, and turns go back to shuffle the deck and shuffle back to the deck. So yeah, just in case you wanna do some shenanigans. Alright, let's get on to her strides, the most interesting part of the deck. I only play 3 copies of her because most of the time I'll be using the other strides to gain pluses. Her skill, she's more of a finisher. She's a really good finisher. Okay. Her name is Floral Witchmaster Mimi. So she's a new Winter FC card. Very impressive card. When this card is placed on the Vanguard Circle, you can discard one witch from your hand. you may discard a copy of Witch, so you can either discard your, these are the targets. There are tons of targets. Yeah. You have like 12 targets. Don't worry, you'll be only using a skill once or twice only. Yeah, 12 targets. So discard a Witch from a hand. If you do, your opponent either take 1 damage or discard 2 cards from the hand. So, but the damage taken will not be, the trigger effect won't be activated when the damage taken. So it's like the, what do you call it? Perdition Dragon. Yeah, it's like Perdition Dragon. Your opponent take 1 damage, but the damage doesn't count. So if opponent score a heal trigger, you laugh at them. Score a draw trigger, you laugh at them. So yeah, very, very evil card. This is one of hell of an evil card. She basically combines with Tom and puts you a very high chance at the game because your opponent won't have the hand size to guard for your Great Trees and your Toms. Alright, so that's her skill. But it requires you to have a heart, Witch Heart. So yeah, I play full Witch in the deck. 1 copy of Kirin. Soaring Auspicious Beast Kirin. Mostly I'll use him as a first strike because my opponent's at low damage, probably just gonna take that damage. So I'll just use Kirin. Oh, you wanna take my damage? Yeah, let me draw. When this unit attack hits the Vanguard, look at top 2 cards of the deck, add 1 of them to your hand and put another one in the bottom of the deck. So yeah, draw 1 free card, attack hits. Very nice. And early game, your opponent most likely won't guard, so you get the free card. Alright, next is 4 copy of Ikazuchi. Thunder God Ikazuchi. His ability is GB2. It's most likely 2nd strike and above because you need to have 2 copies up. When you strike in this copy, Count Blast 2, flip a copy of himself face up. If you have 2 or more G units face up in the G zone, you can look at top 4 cards of the deck, add 2 of those cards into your hand, and then put the rest of them in the bottom of the deck in any order. This card is great because it allows you to not only draw 2 but look at top 4 cards, so you don't have to draw into your triggers if you need, and getting 4 cards gives you a high chance of drawing into your perfect guards, which is very, very important in the game now because with Stride the numbers goes very high. So getting a perfect guard is really easy with this guy. So yeah, look at top 4 for draw 2. So basically it's a Count Blast 2, draw 2. Amazing card. Play 4 because it's just so good. Best OTT Strike in my opinion. Alright. Oh shit, I forgot to go through my starter. Poor starter. Alright, starter skill is when you write, she doesn't have Pioneer skill, so she will be stuck in the soul until you write a Great Tree. Give me a sec. Alright. When you write a Great Tree, her skill is when you write a Great Tree, you can Soul Blast 2 cards from the soul and draw 1 and call it to a Vanguard circle and draw 1 card. So even though in the early game you most likely won't have a booster, but it's okay because my opponent will always want guard because they want to Count Blast early sometimes. If you don't guard, just let them guard, it's cool. And yeah, so that you can get to your +3. So she's great because she helps your Scarlet Witch Coco get that. She empties the soul for Scarlet Witch Coco to draw 2 cards. So when you write your Great Tree, finally you get to draw 3 cards just like that. Right? Count Blast 2, draw 3 cards by Soul Blasting. So good. Because it gives you a good start. So basically the 3 extra card gives you a good start so that you can have a consistent game. So I hope you guys enjoy my deck profile on my new Scarlet Witch deck. If you like more of this content, please like my videos. I really appreciate every like. And I hope you guys really support me because I'll be doing more deck profiles, upcoming deck profiles. So yeah. Be sure to add me on Facebook. I have my link down below. If you want to add me, be a friend, or you can ask me some questions, I guess. If I'm free, I'll answer them. Peace out, and I love you guys. Rawr.